Let's get to Top That Trade. Joining us now is Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Nuckman, an options trading pro. Here we go, guys, with round number one, Z growth. Due to high labor participation, it suggested that the Z generation will save Social Security. What about the stock market?
Generation Z is big. It's the people born after 1997. It's 78 million people, whereas right now there's 58 million people receiving Social Security benefits. So this is going to change the game. Morgan Stanley's actually looking for this to increase GDP, and so that's going to be not only a boost and be helping the solvency of Social Security, it's going to help the stock market. More people, more investors, I think, and more growth. That's going to be beneficial to everybody.
I think it is too, and that also goes back to having bigger families. I mean, we've seen, of course, in Europe, of course, with declining family rates, not as many people paying into the system, especially when you're a socialist system, you have to keep in feeding people, and it's caused major disruptions in some of these European economies. So it's good that Generation X is having a lot of kids. They're a big group. Continue to get bigger because I want to retire early. Thank you.
Round number two, book bonus. The first ever book written about the stock market was recently auctioned, and it was going for as high as $300,000. Are you a buyer or a seller?
The book had some interesting timeless thoughts in it. They talked about using patience and having plenty of money.
Right. If you held on to since that book came out, you'd be doing very well.
What would your return be?
What would your return be? Incredible.
And you've ridden through every up and down in the marketplace. So every time you were underwater, you'd bounce back.
And the market went higher.
But there was a concept I liked. He called it the treasure of goblins.
Oh.
They say that if your profit today could be gone tomorrow.
That's true. It's so true.
Pretty profound.
Very
See,
profound.
that's why I'm not an author. I didn't think of that. I thought that was pretty profound.
Well, the first book I ever read on stock market trading, it wasn't this, but it was the Merrill Lynch Stock Broker Handbook. And I'll never forget the first chapter in the book. It said, I wrote this book in 1950, whatever, and I don't care where you are in the world, wherever you're reading this in the future, the stock market is higher when you're reading this than it was today.
Round number three, 1972 review results show that this is the worst year in 50 to make money. Do you agree?
No, there's always money to be made. It may be the worst time to hold a position, over the course of a year. A lot of people don't buy and hold like they used to 20, 50 years ago anyways. So there's always opportunities.
There are opportunities, but let's face it, the losers really have outweighed the winners during this volatility. And we see that from some of the top trading firms in the world. We saw hedge fund returns really be terrible this year. In fact, we've had, I think, 174 hedge funds that have actually closed down in just this last quarter.
There's money to be made on the short side.
There's money to be made on the short side. The problem is that they've been whipsawed because it's short one day, long the next, and they've been getting
So
whipsawed
no asset classes are up 5% in 2018?
I'm feeling the Christmas spirit today. Let's take a look at your bonus round question. True or false, the song Jingle Bells was written for a Sunday school class as a Thanksgiving song?
True.
Do you really know that?
I do know that. I was there when he wrote it. It was a good song.
Well,
Jingle Bells,
Thanksgiving hasn't been around that long, has it?
Well, actually, Thanksgiving in the United States was first instituted by Abraham Lincoln.
As an official holiday?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to think he's bluffing with too much information. He's bluffing.
It's absolutely true.
Yes, thank you.
The giveaway is that one horse open sleigh. Business First AM Dash is back after this.